Hello, hello. This is Jana Hancock with the Feel Good, Get Tough podcast. Feel Good, Get Tough with Self-Reliance, episode 20. Last episode, I talked about be good to yourself. At the end of today's episode, I'm giving away something free to every listener on this podcast. So make sure you listen to the end so that you know how you can get your free gift. What does it mean to be self-reliant? Reliance on one's own personal powers and resources rather than depending on those resources from others. That's what self-reliance is. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can accomplish self-reliance for yourself. And there are 4 areas of your life you need to be self-reliant in. I touched on those just briefly last episode. And just as a reminder, those 4 areas are spiritual health, physical health, mental health, and financial health. All 4 of those areas are really important to be self-reliant in. So the idea that you can rely on your own judgment and choices free from influences of society is what it means to be self-reliant. So becoming self-reliant is more than just depending on others and waiting for the paycheck. Most people do only have one source of income. Some people have 2 sources of income. It doesn't mean you have to work multiple jobs to be self-reliant, but manage the money that you do make coming in and don't go into unnecessary debt. And if you're in debt, then you should seek out the advice of a professional to help you. Or what I like to do is exercise my faith. So what I mean by that is you can always take your problems to the Lord. You can always pray to God and ask for help. Ask Him to show you a way to help you get out of debt. And you can also help Him to show you a way how to become self-reliant. And then, you know, you can also ask for help in accomplishing your goals. So, what it means to be self-reliant in the Lord's way is to pay 10% of your tithing, because He provides everything to us. And giving 10% of your tithing is just a small amount we can do in appreciation for what we're given. And then you also don't want to forget that you need to pay 10% to yourself. And I don't mean in regular living expenses. I mean pay 10% to yourself to either put in retirement, and also possibly 10% needs to go to an emergency account so that you have something to fall back on in case something happens. I can't tell you how many times in my life that I have had to use funds from my emergency account. But the great thing about that is when you have an emergency come up, you don't have to go into debt for it. So that's the reason behind putting money away in an emergency account. And exercising your faith is, writing down your goals. Also, trust yourself enough to do the work. Ask for God's help. He can help you as long as when you put in the work, He can help you. He can help you so that you are able to accomplish your goals. and use your time wisely. And then take responsibility for your actions. And also try to solve your own problems. And if you have a problem you can't solve, one of the things that has helped me is to serve someone. So if you help someone else that needs help, lots of times you find the answer to your questions that you have or your own problems just by serving someone else. And then also network. You can network with a whole lot of people on this planet via Facebook or any of the social media sites, as well as friends, family, whatever resources you have, try and network so that is super important because with my business, I wouldn't be able to survive without networking. That's a vital, important part of my business because every lead I get, it's not from buying leads. I don't do that. It's from a referral. So the referrals I get, those are my clients, and those come from other people I know. And that is the best way to do one of the best ways to do business. And not only the purpose for us to be spiritual reliant and temporal reliance is to get ourselves on higher ground so that we can lift other people that are in need. And that's the whole reason why we're given more than what we need sometimes. When we have more than what we need, then we need to give some of that away. So thank you so much for staying with me to the end. I've got some pretty big giveaways today. One of them is a business plan template. So if you're looking to go into business for yourself, especially a work from home business, I've got a business plan template uh, that I can send to you. And also I have a booklet, My Path to Self-Reliance. And I can also send that to you also via email. All you need to do is send me an email at feelgoodandgettough@gmail.com and in the subject line, self-reliance. And I will send you both of these two items out to your email. Okay, so thank you so much for staying with me today, and I hope you make the decision to live your best life. Thank you for listening to the Feel Good and Get Tough podcast. If you liked my podcast, make sure you rate it and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another episode. You can also connect with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, or visit our website at feelgoodandgettough.com.